Hey Savannah, so I'm going to go ahead and give you just a quick tutorial of how I attach my hardware, the 2D rings, and then there's one in the back for the backpack option on mine. But basically you're going to want to cut out your tabs. You can do whatever design you want. This is a pretty simple one, but then you feed your D-rings onto it. And as you can see here, I've already lined it up with my side seam. So that's going to be your center point. So you just kind of sandwich the tab onto the bag and you can pin it in place or just hold it in place. Now you're probably going to want to mark where you're going to hole punch. I've been doing it for so long that I just kind of know on my bags where to do it. So I'm just going to show you how I do it, and then you can venture out and do it however you feel comfortable. So you need a hole punch, a leather hole punch, and I'm going to put a rivet at the top here to hold my D-ring in place. And then I'm also going to put one down here on this side of the seam, and I'm going to put one down here on this side of the seam. So I need to punch holes for those. So I'm just gonna kind of put it in, make sure you've got both sides, and then you clip that. I'm gonna undo my clip here. I apologize, my arm's in the way, you can't see. Okay, so now we'll get the third one on here. And like I said, I've been doing this for a while, so I just eyeball it on my bags, but you may want to measure it out. It never hurts. Okay, so I've got all three of my holes set. I've got my 2 holes here on the side seams. So what I like to do is set my top rivet for the D-ring first. Now I have this hand press, it's super fancy because I make a lot of these. You don't need a hand press though. You can get a tool set like this, similar to this off of Amazon, and you can just hand set them with a hammer, no big deal. But so once you get that done, oh, it doesn't look like my hole went all the way through. So double check to make sure your hole punch went all the way through for all of your pieces. And if it didn't, go back over it. And then once you get all that done, okay, so now I've got my rivets. I like to use double cap rivets because they're pretty. So you just put your one rivet in, and on the post here, you're gonna set your back. These are snap rivets. So you'll kind of, I don't know if you could hear that snap, but you just kind of snap it down, and that's how it goes. So now I'm gonna set it in my machine, in my little press here. So now my D-ring isn't gonna flop around. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this, put this on here just so you can see. So now I'm gonna take this and line up my holes. Black on black is difficult to do. All right, so we got that one, and that one, and then we'll just snap that on. And we're gonna do this one. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now I've got them all kind of just temporarily set. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in my press. In your case, you would just use your hand setting tools. And there you have it. I don't sew them on, I don't glue them on because I feel like the glue residue is just too much to deal with, and I've never had a problem with my rivets not being strong enough to hold. So then I would just flip the bag over and repeat that process. So do it on this side. Again, you want to make sure that you line it up with your center seam. And then if you want a backpack option, you can put one right back here and you'll just obviously center that. But yeah, so that's how I do my hardware. I hope that helped.